Alright, so since you guys know, I visited Cedar Point, and now that you guys know I've visited Cedar Point, I have now used quite a variety of different lap bars and restraints and all that stuff, so I'm going to be getting into my top 5, and this video is not going to be long at all. I'm going to kind of shorten it down today, so we're just going to get headed right into the list. Alright guys, just a quick disclaimer before I start this video. There are a few restraints I have not used, so if you don't see these on the list, don't get mad or anything. I just haven't used them, and these are all going off my personal use. So I haven't used buzz bars, the Gerstlauer restraints, mock restraints, and those are the main ones I want to talk about. I've used PTC, but I didn't really want to include these on the list because there's just so many coasters and they differ on many coasters. But so yeah, that's just what I think. So let's go ahead and get on this video. Alright, coming in at number 10, we're going to have the Aerodynamics Classic Over-the-Shoulder Restraints. And what much do I have to say about these? If you have ridden an Aero, like, looper, you probably know why these are so low on the list. It's just, they're plastic and hard, and you hit your head into them through every inversion, and they're just not comfortable restraints. I really think that about all, like, over-the-shoulder restraints. I'd rather just have a lap bar. So as we move on to the list, you're going to see more lap bars, and you'll notice that I like more free lap bars / restraints. So yeah, this one was already kind of self-explanatory, so we're just going to move on to number 9. Alright, coming in at number 9, we have the Flight of Fear restraints at Kings Island and Kings Dominion. And if you are taller like me, and these restraints they will be so uncomfortable for you, you will hate them because your feet actually get stuck beneath the bar and it just pushes down on your feet super hard. The lap bar itself is actually not that bad because I like how there's a lap bar on an inverting coaster, so that's good. But just how this crushes your feet makes it one of the worst restraints I've ever used. Alright, now coming in at number 8, we have the B&M Classic Over-the-Shoulder Restraints. And the one above this, the one I have put above this is going to make you guys mad. But these restraints, I've had these on Rougarou and Raptor, and these are great on inverts, I'm not going to lie. I love these on inverts. But just on Rougarou, it was a lot of head banging, and that was my first coaster I used with these was Rougarou, and it was just a lot of head banging, and I kind of found them uncomfortable. But I don't know. Some people say they love them more than Vest Restraints, but I personally don't. So transitioning into number 7, you're going to know what this is. We got the B&M Vest Restraints. And these are at my home park with Banshee, and everybody hates on Banshee. And yes, when you're sitting on that final brake run for a while, it can be pretty uncomfortable. But it's just, they tighten down so much just because of how intense the ride is. But once you get over that, like, they're not that bad. You don't have head banging like you do on Raptor. But I really do like these Vest Restraints on Valraven and Gatekeeper. They didn't bother me too much. I actually kind of like them quite a bit, and they give you that free feeling, and there's no headbanging, which I really like about these. I actually really like these, and they don't bother me as much as a lot of people say. Alright, coming in at number 6, we have the Intamin soft padded over the shoulder restraints, and these get so much hate that I don't understand why. These are actually really nice restraints. I've never been stapled on Maverick, which I did get to ride these on Maverick. So maybe if I got stapled, I would have found it different, but I didn't get stapled, and I found them really enjoyable. They actually allow a lot of airtime on Maverick. I don't know how they'd be on Intimidator 305 or anything, but I actually really enjoyed them on Maverick. They're really comfortable. They kind of rest on your shoulders. They don't press down or anything. They eliminate head banging, and they're really just soft. And the lap bar didn't bother me at all, so that's why I have this higher on my list rather than lower like other people. But I actually really wasn't bothered by this that much. Now the top 5, we have RMC Restraints. And let me say, I've used these on one coaster, and it is Steel Vengeance. And I'm a skinny guy. Like, these shin guards do not touch me at all. So this was actually really good. These restraints don't take away from airtime, and they don't move down to forces. They might a little bit, but I didn't notice it too much. My dad has a bad knee, so he said that bothered him a little bit because they do pull your legs back. But I like how it's just a lap bar instead of a over-the-shoulder restraint, so I really like that. But these lap bars do let you have a ton of airtime, but they're kind of lower on this list due to the shin restraint, and oh my gosh, it can hurt depending on the airtime. On a couple of those airtime hills, my legs my shins really banged into the shin restraints, and it kind of hurt. So that's why these are kind of lower, but I'm going to move on to number 4. All right, number 4, we have a controversial pick. This is the Aero Hyper Restraints. And all I have to say is these were not bad at all. I actually really enjoyed these restraints. I'm actually a tall guy, and this didn't bother me at all. They just kind of sat there. I wasn't stapled. Like, I didn't even think about the restraint the whole ride or after. I really thought these were really comfortable. I really loved these restraints, and they let me have so much airtime on Magnum. I really loved these restraints. I don't know why anybody hates on these. Some people might get bad rides with them, but I absolutely loved them. So that's why they're actually pretty high up on this list. Alright, coming in at number 3. This was my number 1 for a while, and this is B&M Clamshells. B&M Clamshells, they are very comfortable on hypers because I rode, I forget what it was, like Rougarou, and the B&Ms there all have like either over-the-shoulder restraints or vest restraints. So I really was missing my B&M Clamshells for my home park, where we have Diamondback and Orion, but the B&Ms there were pretty good. But I really do love these clamshell restraints. They're comfortable, and sometimes you can get some pretty good airtime, but they do come down if you do get some good positives on a B&M. So they do come down quite a bit, but they are very comfortable, and they don't hurt if you get stapled. So that's a big plus. I really love these restraints. Now, number 2, we have the GCI Millennium Flyer Restraints. And I just have to say, these restraints are so comfortable. They're pretty similar to my number 1, but these are so comfortable. They allow a lot of airtime. They kind of flex, not flex, but they kind of go up a little bit when you get pops of airtime. So that's actually pretty nice. At least they do on Mystic Timbers, which is my favorite coaster at Kings Island. Still, I think it's better than Orion, but anyway, these restraints are very comfortable. They allow you to have airtime. They don't hurt if you get stapled, so these restraints are just all around the best restraints I've used at my home park, Kings Island. But these were my favorite for a while until I went to Cedar Point. And now at my number 1, this might not be a surprise, but this is the Intamin T-Bar restraint. This restraint is so comfortable. I use these on Millennium Force and Top Throw Dragster, and these restraints are literally just a pull and a yellow bar across your lap. They're so comfortable. I heard the U-brick on Superman is really uncomfortable, but these restraints are no exception at all. These restraints are so nice. They're so comfy, and I really love these restraints. I never got stapled at all, and on Millennium Force, they allowed so much airtime, and they were just great. I love these restraints so much. After I went to Cedar Point, they were my favorite restraint, and I don't think they're ever going to be beaten. They might at some point when I get to use buzz bars, but I love these restraints so very much, and I hope to get back to Cedar Point someday to experience these again. Alright guys, that is all for this video. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a fat like and subscribe, and comment what you want to see next, like top 10 manufacturers, Cedar Point review. Comment what you want to see next, and I will surely get that out. Alright guys, have a great day. See ya.